Hi everyone, it's Kate and it has been a while. This video is mostly going to be a little chit chat to kind of fill you in on what's been going on throughout my hiatus. That way you have a little bit of background information and context for when I get back into my budgeting videos. So if you're into life updates and cute babies, stay tuned. So I originally wanted to open up this video with my little baby, but she's finally taking a nap and I need to start filming this video. I'm going to kind of go along chronologically and hopefully not get off on too many tangents to fill you in on the past few months. So when I last left off, it was last summer, and we had just purchased our two cars. One was to replace my car, and the other was my husband's lease had ended, and we ended up buying that out. So nothing really significant happened between then and I would say the middle of fall. I was pregnant, but everything was kind of business as usual around here. And then in the fall, we had to start finishing this room that I'm in right now. Previously, I operated my shop out of a small bedroom that was in our downstairs, but since we had a baby on the way, that had to become a nursery, and we needed somewhere to move my office. So we have a small Cape Cod style house, and this half of the upstairs was unfinished, like attic space basically. So we finished this room between, I want to say we started towards the end of September and finished the room mid-January. Let's see. So we did most of the work ourselves and paid for pretty much everything in cash, I believe. The only things that we hired out were the drywall taping and spackling, because that, if you've ever done DIY work at home, like that is the worst job, and I will never do it myself. It is messy and time consuming and definitely something worth hiring to a professional. So we paid for that. That was about $1,500, and that was paid in cash. And we also, technically we didn't install the carpet. We had that installed. We purchased it through Home Depot, and I have to admit that we opened up a Home Depot card and used their 0% interest promo for that purchase. So I will talk more about that in my next video, which is going to be a debt confessions / debt snowball video. So stay tuned for that. Also, around the beginning of the year, I'm sorry, I have to back up just a second. During the construction phase of this room, we actually, around mid-December, discovered that we had bats. And there was no evidence of them over on this side of the room, but we could tell that they were living up over my daughter's room. So we had to get those removed, and it's actually pretty expensive to have a pest control company come and get rid of bats properly. So we got a few quotes. Some were like astronomical, in like the 2,000 plus range, and we have a small house. So we finally settled on a smaller company. The guy charged us, I think, around $900. So that brings us to January, and on January 12th, our little girl, Mae Everly, was born. We had a rough month in January because between like my shop being closed and we had property taxes due in January, and then we also, in February, I had the 0% promo period ending for our furnace, which I paid for last February. or we put on a card last February. So there was only a small amount left on that, I think about like $1,000. So that money plus like the taxes and everything kind of broke me down to the point where in February I opened up a 0% interest card, and some expenses went on that. Not my proudest moment, but it happened, and again, I will talk more about it in my upcoming debt video. So then we moved into coronavirus season and the whole quarantine situation. So my husband is a personal trainer, and he has a gym, and he obviously had to shut his gym down. So he had been previously working like 16-hour days, and him being home full time was really a blessing. Like, not only did he get to spend those early months with the baby, but it really kind of opened our eyes to spending too much time working and how it was a really poor quality of life, and we really wanted to change things moving forward. So that was a really big eye-opener, and kind of going forward, I'm trying to make some really big changes in my shop and how I spend my time so that I'm actually enjoying my life. I recently switched my shop from being made to order to ready to ship. So now nothing can be purchased almost nothing can be purchased that isn't already made and ready to go. This is something that I have been resisting for the longest time because I'm naturally a people pleaser. And the idea of like having things go out of stock and disappointing people did not sit right with me. So I was really dealing with a very stressful situation for way too long. Like, trying to keep up with orders that were coming in was stressing me out like crazy, and I needed to change that. So I did convert to ready to ship. Right now I am kind of trying to get in the rhythm of keeping things in stock. So that's a process and a little bit of a hurdle that I'm going through at the moment, but things will smooth out over the next couple of weeks. And I'm already loving it though, because filling the orders is so much less stressful, and it is nice to be able to have the order come in and just like fill it very quickly. It's a much quicker turnaround from purchase to getting shipped out the door, which is really nice. In addition to that, I am trying to really make the best use of my time, because I realize I've been spending a lot of time doing things that have not been worth it. Like, I spend a lot of time working on items that just don't sell because I want to have all of these size options available in all of these themes, and there are a couple of things that unfortunately are going to have to get cut because they're just not efficient uses of my time. And again, being a people pleaser, it hurts to do that, but it has to be done for me. And part of this whole process is making the time to make these videos. I never intended to stop making my budget videos, but I just ended up always being so busy and like never able to catch up that I felt guilty setting aside the time to film. And part of that kind of comes from the fact that like I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and having to re-record things and edit things until I'm happy with it, that's a whole nother thing that I have to like let go of some of the perfectionism. But yeah, I'm making it a priority now. So I can't promise that I will never go on a hiatus again, because that's just kind of a personality trait. I will admit that I am very flaky, but I'm really, really trying, guys. So I'm excited to get back into making these videos, because honestly, I really miss the feeling of support and the encouragement that I get from you guys. I was always so terrified every time I would upload a video. I was always certain that I was going to get criticized for something or other, but you always proved me wrong, and I'm always getting the most supportive, loving messages from you guys, and it's just such a wonderful feeling, and I miss it. So I'm looking forward to getting back into that. One more thing that I want to talk about regarding the actual budgeting. I haven't been budgeting at all. Like, I will show you what I have been doing, which is just like a monthly spread with my like bills that are due, but I haven't been writing out a written budget the past couple of months. I have all these excuses for it, but the reality is I need you guys for accountability, I think. So another part of it that I will touch on is that the software that I use online for our budget tracking is called YNAB, and they stopped syncing with our checking account. So it was difficult to keep me motivated with the budgeting. When it was difficult to track everything, I just stopped tracking completely. And in my mind, what's the point of writing a budget if you're not tracking it and seeing if you're sticking to it or how it's going, where you need to adjust? So I just like completely fell off the train with that one. But again, I'm back. I'm here for it. And you guys are going to keep me accountable. And we're going to start making some budget progress and debt progress together. So with all of that being said, I will be back when my sweet little girl wakes up from her nap and is ready for her debut. So this is Miss Mae Everly. Can you say hi, Mae? Hello. Happy bouncy baby. Oh. So, yeah, she was born on January 12th, so she's a little bit over 6 months old. And she's not quite crawling yet, but she can get up on all fours like that, and she'll scoot backwards and rotate. She just can't quite move forward yet. So yeah, she's been a little bit of a challenge with feeding, and I'll mention this in my next budgeting video, but she has a protein sensitivity and she's on a very expensive formula, so that's a really big line item in our budget right now. We started off with breastfeeding, but with the protein sensitivity, I couldn't eat any dairy or soy at all, otherwise it would make her miserable. And it was really challenging, so we only lasted about 3 months with that. And now we're on all formula. We tried to get insurance to cover it, but they would not. So I was expecting it anyway, because my older daughter, Maya, had the same sensitivity when she was a baby, so it's nothing new to me. Oh, are you hungry? Are you going to eat my shoulder? Yep. Oh, gross. Big sister's right here watching. You want to say hi? Can you see over there?
Hi! Oh, hi.
So, she's kind of helping to entertain the baby off on the side. Oh, I'm not sure what else to say about her, really. Just kind of wanted to show her off and say hi. I am curious. So, I know I've said her name like 400 times already, but it's Mae Everly. I'll put it on the screen. And I'm curious to see if anyone can figure out or guess what inspired her name. I think it's a kind of cute story, so I just thought it would be fun to let you guys guess and see what some of your answers are. And if someone guesses it correctly, maybe I'll give away a shop credit or something. So that will be fun. She's got my hair. That's why I put my hair up at the first place, is because she's at that stage where she just grabs everything. Everything. Are you gonna be happy for the camera? Oh boy, who's that baby? Who's that baby? Oh my gosh. I have my iPad with a front-facing camera right in front of me. Yeah. Are you happy? Oh. She is a spitting image of Joe. So she's got the dark hair from him, and if you could see baby pictures of Joe when he was a little baby, they look so similar. So yeah. Oh, one thing I do want to mention, because I just know that someone might ask or wonder, she does have a birthmark on her cheek, a hemangioma, I think it's called, but it is harmless, and they do go away on their own within a couple of years. But we're gonna see if we can get a topical treatment for it. Really, the most common option to treat it is a heart medication, which I don't want to put her on, obviously. So we're gonna see if we can do something topical, but otherwise it'll just kind of go away on its own. It's kind of at the largest point that it will be at, like the largest size. So it'll probably start shrinking soon. You're a busy girl, huh? You want to go with your sister? Okay. I have orders to get out anyway, so I'm going to wrap this up, and I am excited to see you guys in my next video, which will be the debt confessions video. So until next time, I will see you guys. Bye-bye.
She was about to wave goodbye.
Yeah.
Mommy got in the video.
Yeah.
This is my sister. She's so cute.
Hi, baby Mae. Aww.
Her name is Mae Everly.
Do you love your little sister?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, she's so big.